Hello again, this is Maven, and in this next episode, I'm going to share with you some of the tips for the newbies and for the probationary ESL teachers. This episode is for the new teachers or for those who are under the probationary period, as what other companies call them. And I suppose that you already passed the interviews or the initial processes in your company, and now you are experiencing the first few weeks of your classes. I'm going to share some of the helpful tips on how you could handle yourself as a newbie. But to start with, for me, being a newbie is not about how long you are in your career, or although pwede, no? Yung parang we call ourselves newbies kasi 2 weeks pa lang ako nagtatrabaho or 6 months pa lang ako nagtatrabaho. But how about for those in the companies for quite so long time, but they are still experiencing some problems, yet they don't exactly know how to make solutions for them? Because as a home-based ESL teacher, you start to be working on yourself, right? On your own. Kumbaga, magpa-plot ka ng schedule mo, it's up to you. It's your choice. Papasok ka on Monday, it's up to you. Are you going to cancel the class? It's up to you. It's your choice. Are you going to withdraw the salary already? It's up to you. It's your choice. You have a class? It's even up to you on how you're going to be able to finish the 25 minutes class with your student, right? So basically, what I'm pointing out here is that as an online teacher, you need to start to work independently. Kumbaga, everything is online. You don't have actual workmates. You don't have actual bosses beside you. Yes, less stress. However, kapag may problem ka, what's next? Parang anong gagawin ko? How do I solve it? Yan. So that's what we are going to talk about now. So this is based on my own experience and to other teachers' experiences as well, maybe, as an ESL teacher. And my goal here is to help you, especially to do shifting to teaching online sa mga baguhan. So let's begin na with tip number 1. Make sure your device works. Basically, you would always see na ang mga required specs talaga on ESL companies would be about Core i5, Core i7, ganon, mga bigatin, which are quite expensive to invest, sa totoo lang. And to some na hindi pa nila talaga sigurado kung ito ba talaga yung trabaho para sa kanila. So if you really don't have these equipments yet, it's fine. Maximize na lang muna natin kung ano yung meron tayo, kung anong earphone or headset meron tayo, kung anong webcam yung kaya nating bilhin. Just, try to look for companies na hindi gumagamit ng mga bibigating software because meron namang mga ganang nag-exist, and just make sure na yung laptop mo, it works fine. Always run technical check first thing in the morning. Very important na yung camera mo, it's clear, your audio is clear. Avoid unnecessary multitasking, remove unnecessary files sa computer mo, and you can have short breaks not only for yourself but also for your device. Yan, kasama na dyan yung lightings mo, electric devices na ginagamit mo, kasama yung ventilation, lalo na sa tanghaling tapat, sobrang init, just to avoid overheating ng mga devices. And then sooner, matututunan mong mag-invest naman para sa mga backup na kailangan mo. Like, for example, power banks, broadbands, gadgets like earphones, microphone, in case magkaroon ng interruptions. Number 2 is to prepare yourself, which means it's not about reading the book prior to your class, but it's more on making sure na you feel well, your mindset is clear, you have enough good mood para maging good mood din yung klase mo. Your voice should be active enough, lalo na sa mga mahabang klase. Don't be overreactive din kasi nakakapagod yun sobra. Yung bigay na bigay yung sarili mo to give everybody rewards or just to sound rewarding. Just relax, stay as professional as you can, and then, using your facial expressions and hand gestures more than your voice, it's sometimes more effective. forget the word intimidating. Yan. So this is a must, especially sa mga teachers who receive adults or even sa mga teachers na nakaka-receive ng kids na may kasamang mga parents na nanonood. Yan. So, minsan nakakailang na may nanonood sa'yo habang nagkaklase na mas matanda sa'yo. And then, nakakailang din kapag alam mo na binabantayan nila yung klase. Ganyan. Don't be intimidated with these things. And bawal din yung mahiyain. You should be teacher enough para sundin ng mga makukulit mong students, kids, teens, yung instructions mo. Learn how to own your class as well, even though you encounter, let's say, mga students na rude, that tells all those words just to offend you. Just don't get intimidated to them as well. Because for me, it's just a waste of time kung papatulan ko pa sila. Sometimes, complaint pa yung kapalit. So, in this case, I just don't become subjective and I tell them what I need to tell them or do to them rather than saying or maybe doing what I want to say. Parang ganon. Yun. Number 4 is to make a good introduction. Most of the ESL companies would require you to upload videos or even audios that students would watch or hear bago sila mag-book ng klase mo. I recommend to take formal introductions or videos and avoid selfies. Manage to provide them the best audio or video you can produce. No noise. Try not to be or look very serious. And then clear background is also very effective. Try to be yourself as well when it comes to inviting them, when it comes to inviting them to join your class. Don't need to boast yourself too much about your skills, certificates, about achievements that you have, although those are plus points and some would really focus on finding teachers na may mga ganon. But for me kasi, it's more on how you would encourage them to learn with you. How would you let them feel na it's like learning English with you is not boring. Kasi sa totoo lang, boring naman talagang mag-aral ng language. Like, you will master the words, you will master the rules, grammar should be perfect, you should be fluent, and it will take years for you to see the improvements or for you to achieve the skill na gusto mo. So, those are the things that should dress you to impress them, ideally. And of course, smile. Yan. Number 5 is to use personal resources. Which personal resources, I mean, is to provide, it's not to provide them with books, but it's more on leading them out of the box or letting them feel that matututo sila ng mga bagay na hindi lang galing sa books. And for the kids, it's just about enjoying games, topics that you could provide them, and try to offer them help, especially dun sa mga bata na may mga homeworks, or dun naman sa mga adults na kailangan nila ng grammatical corrections when it comes to emails, speech. Hindi naman bawal yung mga ganon. And I personally do it. It's like, if I know that my regular students are learning too much from the books na that they might get bored in the future, I try to open questions to them like, do you need help for your homework? We can work on that. And it's just about being normal citizen din, kayo parehas. Yan. Number 6 is to be clear on your instruction. Always do your best to make everything brief and clear, especially sa mga instructions. Try to use audio translations, try to use character translations. Sometimes you need to learn their language, especially for basic instructions like repeat after me and then ano yung katumbas nun sa other language. Lalo na sa mga zero level na mga students na hindi nakakaintindi talaga ng kahit anong klaseng English, beginners, mga ganon. We can also compile yung isang page lang ng presentation na nandun lahat ng mga instructions para hindi ka mahirapan. Kadalasan, nag-uumpisang magkamali-mali yung magkatunga-tunga nga kayo kapag hindi naiintindihan ng students mo yung instructions mo. So, for you to avoid that, just be clear on your instructions and try to use audio translation. On my previous video, I shared how I transfer the audio translation to ClassIn from the website. Number 7 is pronunciation over accent. Yes, pronunciation is very, very different from accent. Minsan kasi napagpapalit to or akala nila parehas lang. Students get to be impressed if your accent sa klase is American accent, like wow, American accent, or sometimes British accent. Yan, medyo nakaka-impress yung mga ganon However, it's quite fine for you to do it, but don't overdo it. It's like, or even don't over-try it. I cannot say na don't be trying hard, kasi based on what I learned from my friends, there's nothing wrong with, trying hard. Kasi kaya nga, trying hard, you're trying to achieve something really badly and you're trying to do your best for it. So, there's nothing wrong about it. However, when you sound OA na sa ganon, that's the time na it starts to sound funny already. So, lalo na kapag mali naman yung pronunciation mo. I had an experience with a trainer before na she's really trying to have a British accent intentionally. And you would identify the person if she's faking it. Parang ganon. Parang she was using British accent, tapos mali-mali yung pronunciation niya sa ibang words such as review and then review. Tapos yung advice with the letter S and the letter C. Yan. What I could recommend is just to try to improve your accent, but don't forget to focus on your pronunciation as well, because it should be the priority here. Pronunciation should be the priority here. Standard accent is basically the natural accent we have as Pinoy, as Filipinos. And if you would switch to American or British accent, make sure na it should sound natural, or hindi dapat siya OA pakinggan. Correct ba? Tama ba yun? Yan. Number 8 is to give reasonable recommendations to your students. And don't make it very long. Diba? Minsan kasi na-overwhelm tayo na, okay, ganito yung napansin ko sa'yo and this is what I would say. In some ESL companies, it's part of the normal routine to be giving feedbacks after the class. My advice is to always give reasonable recommendation and be honest about it in a way na hindi natin ma-offend yung mga students natin. And learn to use the phrase like things you need to improve rather than saying things that you are not good at. Yan. And also, when we say reasonable recommendation, it has something to do with giving them only what you observed from them. You don't give them what you did not observe from them. Diba? Number 9 is online group communication. This is one of the most helpful things for newbies and for me as a newbie as well nung bago pa ako. Kasi sometimes if your managers won't listen to you or your managers won't respond, at least you have your co-teachers na kapwa mo mga Pinoy din na mapapakinggan ka or mahihingan mo ng tulong. Especially ASAP, pagkakailangan mo na. Try to search for private or public groups online on Facebook, even if you already applied to your job or even before you apply to a company. It's a big help because for me, you won't feel alone in your career kapag kakasali ka sa mga ganitong groups. It's even mentally healthy for you to, sometimes yung rant din pala ng ibang teachers or yung mga good things about the company, ganun din pala yung napapansin nila. It would also let you socialize to people and updated ka sa mga things about the company that's not published on the internal dashboard. Number 10 is don't hide too much. There's a lot of company policies such as don't state your name, hindi mo pwedeng sabihin yung citizenship mo, you're not allowed to tell them where you live. However, when it comes to your feelings, your mood, your situation at the moment, especially from the working moms, sa mga parents that, hindi nila kaya to get rid from their kids, especially when the child needs their parents the most, sometimes you can be vocal about it sa mga students mo. Also, kapag ka hindi maganda yung pakiramdam mo, you can't really louden your voice. Most of the students are human enough naman. Nakakaunawa naman sila. They know how to understand and empathize to teachers naman. So, don't be shy and don't over-limit the things to them. Number 11 is just to let the students lead the discussion. Yeah, we are teachers, but we don't really have to be sharing too much and to be the one talking na sa buong klase. It should be an interactive communication. You should let them express more kasi sila yung nag-aaral. ikaw yung nag-observe. They need that, and they need more practice. And the things they need to get from us are the explanations, the instructions, the rules, grammatical corrections, and so on. Yan. So it should not be all the time na ikaw yung magsasalita para sa kanila. However, of course, going back to the basic, we should not be intimidated to them. We should know how to say na, okay, it's too much already, let's go back to the book, or let's go back to the lesson. And then, number 12 is that simplicity is the key. Yan. Yes, you should be simple and not to overdo things, balancing the fact that you should be creative as well. Diba? The simplicity I mean here is just about not overdoing things kasi. Kasi alam mo, yun yung mga nakakapagpapagod, yung mga nakakapagpa-stress. Minsan, when you overdo things, at the end of the day, may mga masasabi ka like, I did my best naman, pero bakit ganito, bakit ganon. You know, just try to balance everything or chill ka lang muna. Like, you can just let out 70% of your energy, tapos the rest, it's for yourself. Ganon. Like, be workaholic, pero in a week, let's say, leave at least 2 days para sa sarili mo and para sa family mo. Para din sa device mo. Para mapahinga. Yan. Don't feel bad about doing nothing. Yan. Minsan kasi nakakapanghinayang yung minsan nanghihinayang ka na sayang, dapat pumasok ako. Minsan, you need to realize na you don't need to feel bad about doing something or about resting for the whole day. There's nothing wrong about it, especially if you deserve it naman. In a good way. In a good way. And then, last but not the least is the individual touch point. When I say individual touch point, your student will surely miss the unique things about you, such as the human connections you're able to create to them as their teachers. Yan, parang ganun. It made them feel na hindi lang webcam yung boundary nyo. And that you are also a good person, you are also their mentor or their friend, their teacher has substance. At yung substance na yon, hindi lahat galing dun sa libro na nasa harapan nyo. Yung teacher nila is not boring because you are effective to them. Individual touch point rin is how you dress yourself both literally and figuratively. Yan. Dress yourself with substance, but as well as dressing yourself formal enough para pagkatiwalaan ka ng student mo. And also, of course, whatever we do, online class is camera-based, so they will really tend to look at you because that's the only thing they could see after the book, diba? You should always dress yourself properly. Wear something comfortable but, you know, formal enough. Kahit hindi siya kasama sa rule ng company. That's for you din naman, diba? Yan. So maybe that's it for today muna, and I know it's not everything, pero yung mga na-share ko sa inyo, they're so helpful to me, especially nung bago pa lang ako nagtatrabaho. And sana makatulong din sa inyo yung mga napanood nyo and mga napakinggan galing sa akin. And again, I'm not saying that I'm the best when it comes to this profession or when it comes to doing these things. I still get stressed. I still sometimes make the class boring. Hindi din naman lahat ng klase ko effective. So may mga low times din ako. Sometimes I also have problems na I cannot handle. However, not all the time naman. And these are the things that I can help you with when it comes to that matter. So thank you very much for finishing the video and for being with me for a short time. And I hope you stay tuned.